Hello, 9th standard. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are doing well. Again, we continue the video session. Namaste and good morning. Today, we are going to do video number 27. Continuation of the same lesson as Unit 23, Economic Biology, where we are going to concentrate on the topic aquaculture. So I repeat, we are going to do video number 27, Unit 23, Economic Biology, Part 5. Okay, and we are going to learn about aquaculture. What do you understand? Culture we know, preparing something. Aqua referring to aquatic forms, water. Okay, so that aquatic forms as study of those organisms when they are culturing, that is, they are included under the group aquaculture. Now the rearing of economically important aquatic organisms under controlled and confined environmental conditions, it is called aquaculture. What is it? Rearing of economically important aquatic organisms under controlled and confined environmental conditions. What do you understand? Definition for aquaculture. I repeat, rearing of economically important aquatic organisms under controlled and confined environmental conditions. Okay. Now, what are the aquatic organisms? Again, we say aquatic organisms as we use the term planktons. We use the term planktons. Now, these planktons, when we are learning about plant, it is called phytoplanktons, and when we learn about animals, they are called zooplanktons. It's not given in a textbook, so please make a note. Aquatic organisms, especially small microscopic organisms found in water, they are called planktons. And plants are phytoplankton, animals are zooplanktons. Okay. Now we say aquaculture. Plants can also be cultured in water, so that is called plant culture, and animals are cultured, they are animal culture, both together aquaculture. Okay. Now we are talking with the animals. Okay. So example for these as fishes, can we say as fish, prawn, lobsters, oysters, chippy chippy, oysters, and what is it? Mussels, freshwater mussels, that is phylum mollusca. Right? So these are all examples for organisms which are cultured in water. Aquaculture example: fish, prawn, lobsters, oysters, and mussels. Okay, mussels. Clear? Now these examples again up to prawn, lobsters, and mussels. These are called shellfish. These are called shellfish, and this is known as finfish. What's the difference? These are finfish. As finfish are vertebrates included under class fishes. They have fins for swimming. I hope you understand. So they are called finfish, included coming under class fishes, vertebrates. Whereas prawn, phylum Arthropoda, lobsters, oysters, and mussels, they are under phylum Mollusca. So they are called shellfish. I hope you understand. And then these aquaculture organisms, they are found in freshwater and marine water. Freshwater are river, lake, pond and pools. Dam. These are all freshwater, marine water, sea and ocean. I hope you are listening. And for this aquaculture, following this video 27, I am giving you detailed picture presentation. Beautiful pictures we have collected that will be presented as PPT that you will still understand better. These are all our textbook content. Okay. Now I say aquaculture, it is as freshwater culture and marine water culture. Freshwater sources are river, lake, pond, pool and dam. Whereas marine water, they are sea and ocean. Okay. And even in sea, we say shore area, seashore and then deep sea. Other than that, we have brackish water and estuaries. Estuaries is a place where river and sea water meet. Whereas brackish water or backwater is some of the sea water are entering into the land. What example you can see is near our Tirunelveli district, when I go to thermal power station, Harbour Kandi, along right side, east side we have Bay of Bengal, isn't it? On right side after crossing the road also we find sea water, that is backwater or brackish water. There also organisms can be cultured. So marine water we have shore area, that is seashore, and then deep sea, brackish water and estuaries. I hope you follow. Example for freshwater, katla we have done in practicals. Then rohu, mriga. Another different varieties of fishes. Whereas marine water, again all these fish, prawn, lobsters, oysters and mussels. These are example for marine water fishes. I hope you understand. Then other than that, these fishes are cultured. First, they are for marketing, commercial purpose as edible form. And in that, we have freshwater fishes and marine water fishes. I hope you understand this. So here, for marine water, we have cultivation of aquatic organisms in sea water. It is also called sea farming or mariculture. Okay, culture of organisms carried out along the sea coast, that is called inshore area and in deep sea. Example, shrimp. Shrimp na prawn, chinna prawn, iral cholya, that is. Then pearl oyster, edible oyster, mussel and fin fishes like salmon, sea bass and milk fishes. These are examples for marine aquaculture. Then we are learning about prospects of aquaculture given in our textbook, this paragraph. Prospects of aquaculture. Aquaculture has become the fastest growing food producing sector to meet the demand of food and nutrition to the growing population through increased production from aquatic food resources. It aims at blue revolution. Milk is white revolution, this is blue revolution. Then pisciculture. Pisciculture is the process of breeding and rearing of fishes in pond, reservoir, that is dam, lake, river and paddy field. Okay, and it is the farming of economically important fishes under controlled conditions. Economically important fishes under controlled conditions. Okay? Now, this pisciculture or fish culture can be done by 5 different methods. Pisciculture can be done by 5 different methods. What do we know as extensive pisciculture, culturing of fishes in large areas, intensive fish culture, culturing in small areas, and monoculture, a single type of fish can be cultured, and polyculture, more than one type of fish can be cultured. And finally, integrated pisciculture, that is along with the agricultural crop. What do you understand? Along with the agricultural crop, now we have paddy field. On both the sides, we have left passage, path for irrigation. Isn't it? Water will be running along that. There, these fishes can be grown. That is only integrated fish culture. That is fishes culture along with the agricultural crops. I hope you follow. So we say pisciculture. Go through the types of pisciculture. First one, extensive pisciculture, where we have culturing in the large areas, intensive small areas, monoculture, single type of fish, polyculture, more than one type of fish can be cultured, and integrated along with the agricultural crops. I hope you follow this. Can you check? Next, types of fish ponds. What do you understand? Types of fish pond. To culture all these, any one of the method, we have the type of fish pond. நம்ம தண்ணில தானே கல்ச்சர் பண்ணணும். For that is called fish pond. Okay. There we have 5 steps. We have 5 steps. First one, breeding pond. Second one, hatching pond. Third, nursery pond. Fourth, rearing pond. And fifth one, stocking pond. I repeat, breeding pond, hatching pond, nursery pond, rearing pond, and stocking pond, which is also known as culture or production pond. Just go through types of fish pond. First, types of fish culture or pisciculture. Now it is types of fish pond. Go through types of fish pond. First one, it is breeding pond. Where has to be, what is to be bred? It is the fish. Okay. So in a given small amount, say for example, we have a tank, aquarium and perry size. Okay. In that, we allow male and female fish to grow. Now we have government used to have Meenpidi Tadai Kalam. During that period, 40 to 60 days of breeding season, where fishermen are not allowed to go to sea for capturing the fish. Yeah, and the Meenpidi Tadai Kalam. That is for reproduction. That reproduction only, breeding. Only then we will get enough number of fishes, yeah, as growing demand for fish eating people. So it has to be cultured. But these are all natural method, but artificially we are doing. Are you clear? So here we are doing economically important fishes under controlled and confined environmental conditions. So for that, these are the fish pond. I hope you understand. So first one, breeding pond, where the male and female fish are allowed to grow. Are you listening? And the male will produce sperms, will release sperms in water, and female will also release eggs in water, and when they meet by chance, fertilization will occur. Again, in aquatic form, fertilization is external, outside the body of the female. Okay. So, in fishes, fertilization occurs in water. That's why we say numerous sperms will be produced and hundreds of eggs will be laid, because we are not sure all the 100 eggs will be fertilized. Is it not? So, the sperm and egg of fishes, when they meet, fertilization occurs. That is for breeding pond. After that, hatching pond. Hatching the hen egg hatching chumula. Ademari here also the eggs of fertilized eggs of fishes will hatch. So that is hatching pond. What can I guess? As fertilized eggs transferred to hatching happas. Happas na next video PPT picture panla and net chelunga net mari kaila vechundu where they allow these fertilized eggs to put in water. There are 4 steps I explained in the picture presentation. Just to follow. That is as அப்போஸ்னா இது வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டிக், இதுல வந்து நெட் வந்து இப்படி வயர் கிளாஸ் மாதிரி இருக்குல்ல, இதுல இந்த ஃபிஷ் இருக்கும் இல்ல, இது வந்து ஹப்பாஸ். Okay, so the fertilized eggs are transferred to hatching happas. In hatching pond. After fertilization, the fertilized eggs are transferred to hatching happas, that is hatching pond. There are different steps. Carefully we should remove we should collect the fertilized egg in the net like this. This is the happas and then it should be allowed to hatch in the next stage of hatching pond. Then third one is nursery pond. Nursery nursery pond, where the transferred fertilized eggs, they are transferred after 2 to 7 days. So from 2 to 7 days, the transferred fertilized eggs, they are growing into fry. These terms are necessary to remember. Only then we will understand the types of fish pond. Happas, after 2 to 7 days, it is transferred into nursery pond, where it grows into fry. And this fry growing takes 60 days. This growing of fry, growing into fry takes 60 days till they reach 2 to 2.5 centimeter in length. These are key points you should remember. I hope you follow. So first breeding pond, second hatching pond, third nursery pond. Nursery pond you should remember after 2 to 7 days of fertilized egg growing into hatching happas, it is grown into the hatching happas. It is growing into fry, where it is cultured for 60 days. Till what time? Till they reach about 2 to 2 centimeter in length. Okay, and after that, this fry is transferred to rearing pond. Now here, this fry grows for 3 months till they reach 10 to 10.5 centimeter in length, and after this stage, it is called fingerlings. I hope you follow. I say in rearing pond, that fry which grew cultured for 60 days, grown to 2.5 centimeter in length. It is further growing for 3 months in rearing pond, until they reach 10 to 10.5 centimeter in length. It develops into fingerlings. That stage it is called fingerlings. I hope you understand. Then it is forming stocking or culture or production point where this fingerlings are growing into a marketable size. Kutti fin fish la ettinbadu kashtam illaya. Sizable fishes should be sold in the market. So it is said in the stocking pond, the fingerlings are reared till it reaches marketable sizes. I hope you follow. So this is for types of fish pond. Go through types of fish pond. Just go through types of fish pond. Again, it is given in our textbook as breeding pond, hatching pond. Then again, here it is nursery pond, rearing pond, stocking pond. This is explained in detail. I hope you have understood. The next one is cultivable food fishes. Cultivable food fishes, they are freshwater and marine water. Examples are given in our textbook. What is it? Freshwater cultivable fishes are Indian major carps. The Indian fishes Indian major carps as kendai, that is katla, rohu, mrigal, catfishes, cavity fish, murras, viral meat, and tilapia, it is jalebi kendai. They are cultured as freshwater fishes. I repeat, katla, rohu, mrigal, catfishes, mural, tilapia are cultured. That common term name you should learn from the textbook. Then marine water, sea bass, kodwa, grey mullet, madavai, and channa milkfish. They are in marine water. Are you clear? Then nutritional value. They are very rich in nutritive value. What are all? Cultivable freshwater and marine food fishes are highly nutritious, rich sources of animal protein and easily digestible. They are rich in essential amino acids such as lysine and methionine, and it has polyunsaturated fatty acid, PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid. Then see the figure, freshwater, katla, rohu, mrigal. Then marine water, sea bass, grey mullet, milkfish. And we have drawn katla in the practical portion. I hope you understand. So this is for nutritional value, right? Then along with the nutrition value, minerals like calcium, phosphorus, iron, sodium, potassium and magnesium. And it also has fat soluble vitamin A and D, and water soluble vitamin as pyridoxine and cyanocobalamin. The next one, prawn culture. Prawn culture, again it is as freshwater and marine water. Okay, and this prawn culture, prawn is called shellfish, right? It comes under the phylum Arthropoda, and they are also as freshwater and marine water prawn. I have not written in the board, just understand. Freshwater and marine water prawn, where freshwater prawn is called Macrobrachium rosenbergi and Macrobrachium malcolmsoni. I repeat, Macrobrachium rosenbergi and Macrobrachium malcolmsoni. They are freshwater. Whereas marine water, they are pinnate prawn. அது மீனிங் எனக்கு சரியாக தெரியல, நான் பார்த்து சொல்கிறேன். பின்னேடு ப்ரான், otherwise called shrimp culture. The குட்டி குட்டி ப்ரான் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, that is called shrimp. That is shrimp culture. Pinnaeus indicus and Pinnaeus monodon are cultured in marine water. Are you clear? So here methods of prawn culture, it is as seed collection and hatchery method. Another one, paddy cum prawn culture method. Seed collection and hatchery method for prawn. 1 minute. In prawn culture, prawn seed collection and hatchery. Seed collection and hatchery in the method. Seed nale young ones. Okay. And the second one paddy cum prawn culture. Paddy cum prawn culture. அதான் சொன்னேன்ல, in a paddy field, 2 paddy field நடுவில் தண்ணி ஓடும் இல்லையா மொட்டை பாதையில், அதில் ஃபிஷ் கல்ச்சர் ஆகும். அதே மாதிரி ப்ரான்ஸ் கேன் ஆல்சோ பி கல்ச்சர்ட். அது paddy cum prawn culture. Okay. But after the harvest of paddy, you can harvest the prawn also. Seed culture naka indha mari. I hope you understand. So this is for prawn culture. Again I have given picture presentation regarding prawn culture. I hope you follow this. Okay. And then figure in the paper that I will see. Post larvae prawn seed and paddy cum prawn fish culture. I hope you understand. So this is our video number 27, where we have learned economic biology part 5 as aquaculture. And as usual, following this we have picture presentation that you will have beautiful pictures with the description. You will understand still better and you will follow it up. Okay. So have a good day. Have a nice day. We will continue in the next video session. Thank you. And I want every one of you to go through this video without fail. Okay. So have a good day. Have a nice day. Thank you. Just go through. Hello, 9th standard. This is our video session 27, where we are continuing the lesson economic biology as part 4. And we are covering in this unit video 27, we are going to learn about aquaculture. What we have learnt in the blackboard description, aquaculture, that we are going to do in detail with the picture presentation. So now we are doing video number 27, aquaculture. I hope you understand. Now this aquaculture, that includes rearing of all aquatic animals. First, it is pisciculture or fish farming. So I repeat, fish farming. It is an enclosures like tank are used to produce fish for commercial purpose, and that is called fish farming. See the picture here. There are many container like that is used for commercial purpose. Fish is reared, they are growing and it's using it for commercial purpose. So enclosures like tanks are used to produce fish for commercial purpose. So now this aquaculture, as I said earlier, aquaculture includes rearing of economically important aquatic organisms like fishes, prawn, shrimp, crab, lobsters, edible oysters, pearl oysters and seaweed under controlled and confined environmental conditions. அதுதான் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். அண்ட் a controlled and confined environmental conditions. I hope you follow. So this is aquaculture. Okay, so under that we are going to learn about pisciculture and prawn culture. Sorry. So now here there are different definitions, but you can understand easily for aquaculture that I have produced here. Okay, now aquaculture is the organized production of a crop in the aquatic medium. Aquaculture is organized production of crop in the aquatic medium. The crop may be that of an animal or plant. Even plant can also be cultured. Living hydrophytes, we say, no, aquatic plants that can also be cultured. Naturally, the organism culture has to be ordained by nature as aquatic. Otherwise, we say aquaculture is the farming of aquatic organisms including fish, mollusk, crustacean and aquatic plant. Fish we know, mollusk spelling தப்பில்லை பார்த்துக்கு, MOLLUSCS. mollusk அது வந்து பைலா நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, phylum mollusca, those animals, mollusk. And crustaceans are included under phylum Arthropoda. Prawn variety சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, prawn culture we will learn now. That prawn culture, that is crustaceans. சரி, and aquatic plants. So aquaculture is the farming of aquatic organisms including fish, mollusk, crustaceans and aquatic plants. I hope you understand. The next one, again different definitions for aquaculture, but meaning same. Aquaculture, farming of aquatic organism, it may be plant or animals. Sorry? Normally for smaller animals of aquatic plants and also the smaller plants and animals of water, we are using the term plankton. That plankton for botany plant, it is called phytoplankton, and for animals it is zooplankton. So the farming of aquatic organisms is aquaculture. Fish farming or fish culture is aquatic fish, aquatic animal fish. And seafood, animal and plant products from freshwater or seawater environment. And we come across two terms. One is fin fish, that is normal fish that we know. Another one is shellfish. Shellfish வந்து invertebrates. What are all? Aquatic invertebrates with the shell. Example, mollusk, crustacean and sea urchin. I repeat, mollusk, phylum Mollusca, crustacean, phylum Arthropoda and sea urchin. Sea urchin, phylum என்ன வரும்? sea urchin think பண்ணு, phylum Molluscaவா Echinodermataவா? Sea urchin, example, can you guess? Phylum Mollusca or Echinodermata? Just recollect the point that you have learned. Sea urchin, phylum Echinodermata. So I repeat, mollusk, phylum Mollusca, crustaceans, phylum Arthropoda and sea urchin, phylum Echinodermata. I hope you understand. So we come across common definition: aquaculture, fish culture, seafood, fin fish, shellfish. Are you clear? This is for examples of shellfish and fin fish. Now aquaculture is the rearing of economically important aquatic organisms like fishes, prawn, shrimp, crabs, lobsters, edible oyster, pearl oyster and seaweed under controlled and confined environmental conditions using advanced technologies. This is the explanation given in our textbook. Okay, aquaculture is the rearing of economically important aquatic organisms. I hope you are recollecting the point that we are discussed just now. Then types of aquaculture include freshwater aquaculture and marine water aquaculture. Freshwater aquaculture, as we know, ponds, rivers, lakes and pool, freshwater. Marine water it is sea water and ocean. And marine water is also called, marine water aquaculture is also known as mariculture. Okay, marine water aquaculture is also known as mariculture. I hope you follow this. Freshwater aquaculture is rearing of aquatic organisms in freshwater. And culture of organism is carried out in, as I just now said, example, river, pond, dam, lake and cold water. Enala? Pond, river, dam, lake and cold water. Are you listening? These freshwater resources remain within the land. And tilapia and carps, major Indian carps chalonla, katla, that we have drawn diagram as pisciculture practical economic biology, katla, rohu and mrigal. These are all Indian major carps. And tilapia, catfishes and air breeding fishes are cultured in freshwater. I hope you are able to follow these examples. Tilapia, carps, there are varieties. What are all? Katla, rohu and mrigal. Other than that, catfishes and air breeding fishes are cultured in freshwater. I hope you understand. And marine water aquaculture, cultivation of aquatic organism is in sea water. As we know, marine water sea water. This is also referred as mariculture or sea farming. This is a common one you are supposed to know as a 9th student. Okay? This is also referred as mariculture or sea farming. The culture of organisms is carried out along the sea coast, that is called inshore area, and in deep sea. And organisms like shrimps, young ones of marine prawn. Prawn eeral chalonla adu. And marine prawn, pearl oyster, marine prawn, pearl oyster. 1 minute. Just a minute. Just go through this line. Go through the line that is given. Marine, I repeat, marine water aquaculture idu pathom illaya, organisms like shrimps, marine prawn, pearl oyster, edible oyster, mussels and fin fishes. Fin fishes salmon, sea bass, milkfish and mullets are cultured in marine water. Okay, edible oyster and chippy that's edible oyster. So what are the examples? Shrimps, marine prawn, pearl oyster, edible oyster, mussels and fin fishes like salmon, sea bass, milkfishes and mullets. These are cultured in marine water. I hope you understand. Then types of fish culture. The culture for that, types of fish culture, they are as extensive fish culture and intensive fish culture. What do you understand? Extensive fish culture in large areas. Culture of fishes in large areas with low stocking density and natural feeding. Intensive fish culture, culture of fishes in small areas with high stocking density and providing artificial feed to increase production. See the picture here. There are two types, extensive and intensive. Extensive taking place in ponds like atmosphere. That's low stocking density. Whereas intensive and the closed circulation water system. Closed circulation water system. That is intensive and extensive fish culture. Go through the figure 1 second. Just a second. This already we have just explained in blackboard details. Recollect that also. The next one, different systems of aquaculture and its category. On the basis of intensity. Intensity na enna paru. First, extensive fish. Least managed form of farming system. Large pond ranging from 1 to 5 hectare in area and are used for farming. Stocking density and இதெல்லாம் just understand பண்ணிக்க போகிறோம். ஃபிஷ்ஷுக்கு வந்து 0.5 and greater than 0.5, whereas shrimp and other invertebrates வந்து அதுவும் greater than 5 pieces per square meter. And the data just understand பண்ணிக்க போகிறோம். The measurementலாம் you need not learn, just understand, right? No supplemental feeding or fertilization is provided, and harvesting will give the yield as 500 to 2000 kilogram. 500 to 2000 kilogram yield வந்து கொடுக்கும். அதான் harvesting. Whereas semi intensive, it involves rather small pond as 0.5 to 1 hectare in area, stocking density 10,000 to 15,000 fish per hectare, and இது 5 to 10 fish per hectare for the shrimp, and natural food developed by fertilization and without supplemental feeding. And here the harvesting leads to 2,500 to 10,000 kilogram of fish, whereas shrimp ku vandu 1,500 to 2,500 kilogram. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு additional point that I am supplying to you, just to go through. And intensive is well managed form of fish farming. To achieve maximum production of fish farm a minimum quantity of water. Okay, the system involves small pond, tank and raceways with very high stocking density. So this is for different system of aquaculture. Next one, types of fish pond. What is given in our textbook, that details is given here. You can understand still better. Fish farm requires different types for various development of stages of fish growth. The blackboard description la chonnenla adu. First one, breeding pond. What is it? Healthy and sexually mature male and female fishes are collected and introduced in this pond for breeding. Breeding na reproduction. Okay, the eggs released by female are fertilized by the sperm, and fertilized eggs float in water as frothy mass, because fish வந்து external fertilization. Frothy massனா அப்படி நுர மாதிரி இந்த தண்ணியில் போயிட்டு இருக்கும். சரியா? So the eggs released by the female are fertilized by the sperm, and fertilized eggs float in water as frothy mass, right? Hatching pits. Fertilized eggs are then transferred to hatching pits or hatching happas. Happas வந்து காட்டுறேன். இது வந்து ஒரு நெட் மாதிரி. நெக்ஸ்ட் பிக்சர் வந்து I will explain. Hatching happas for hatching. Then nursery pond. The hatchings are transferred from the hatching pit after 2 to 7 days, and it is grow into a fry. It's called a fry, and are cultured in these pond for about 60 days. இது blackboardல டீட்டெயில்டாக சொல்லியிருக்கேன், ரெக்கலெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. Fry are cultured in these pond for about 60 days with proper feeding till they reach 2 to 2 cm in length. Till then it is in nursery pond. I hope you understand. First breeding pond, fertilization occurs, external fertilization, and then the fertilized egg float as a frothy mass. Then it is transferred to hatching pit, and that hatching pit, it is called hatching happas. Okay, and then the nursery pond is allowed to grow. In nursery pond it is allowed to grow for 2 to 7 days, and the hatching grow into fry and are cultured in these for 60 days with the proper feeding. எது வரைக்கும்? Till it grows up to 2 to 2 cm in length. Then it is brought to rearing pond. அங்கே என்ன ஆகுது? Rearing pond are used to culture the fry. The fish fry transferred from nursery pond to rearing pond and are maintained for about 3 months. First 60 days. ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ, இதெல்லாம் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டு. 60 the growth period வந்து இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். ஓகே, ஃபஸ்ட்டு 2 to 7 டேஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் ஹேச்சிங் பிட்லேருந்து it comes to nursery pond, and from nursery pondல it grows for 60 days. After that it is reaching the rearing pond where its growth is maintained about 3 months till they reach 10 to 15 cm in length. I hope you follow. In this rearing pond, the fry develops into fingerlings. At this time it is called fingerlings. சரியா? And the stocking pond is also called as culture pond or production pond. And these ponds are used to rear fingerlings up to the marketable sizes. சரியா? So these are the types of pond for fish culture. I hope you understand. இது மார்னிங் பிளாக்போர்டில் நல்ல டீட்டெயில்டாக சொல்லியிருக்கேன். அதையும் பாஸ்வேர்ட் ரீவைண்ட் பண்ணி செக் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஓகே, தென் திஸ் இஸ் breeding happas. Breeding in happas. See the first figure, those two men are putting fish inside. இந்த ஒரு நெட்டை மாதிரி இருக்குல்ல, that is. Then second, fish ceiling entering into the water. Third, they are trying to capture in a net. Through the net they are putting it in. Okay, and fourth one, allowed to breed. See, there are 2-3 breeding. From the net, see that the eggs are coming out. Can you see? Fingerling, smaller ones. Can you see? The sieve mari chalada mari irukla. There are many circles. In that it has fish. I hope you follow. And then the fourth diagram. Just to go through the figure. Can you? Yes or no? Okay. Sorry. So this is breeding in happas. The next one, nursery pond. இதெல்லாம் additional pictures whenever I get, I am providing it to you. The pond which is used for growing hatchlings, spawn, fry to advanced fry or fingerling for a period of about 40 to 60 days is called nursery pond. Are you clear? The next one, again brief description. Nursery pond is the smallest, shallowest pond for fish culture. It is about 0.02 to 0.05 hectare. The water is about 1 meter deep. See the first figure. Second one, rearing pond is larger than nursery pond. Again 0.08 to 0.2 hectare. Water is about 1.5 to 2 meter deep. The nursery and rearing pond can be seasonal. Again, these are all additional points. When I keep on saying nursery pond, you should understand something. Yeah? For that matter, I am saying. I hope you follow. The next one, Cultivable fish. Cultivable food fishes are again freshwater and marine water. Example, Indian major carp, kendai, katla. Kendai mean வந்து katla, rohu, mregal, catfishes na kelti mean, murals na viral, and tilapia is jalebi kendai or cultured in fresh water. What the Tamil name given in the bracket. Okay. Whereas marine water, sea bass, kodua, grey mullet, madavai, canas, it is milkfish or the fishes cultured in marine water. Okay. See the example fish just for reference I have given. And popular marine fish varieties include pomfret, mackerel, tuna, sardine and Bombay duck. Marine fish are caught using many kind of fishing nets from fishing boat. The Tamil name எனக்கு தெரியாது, you just follow it. Understand? Okay. The next one, fish production. Fish is a cheap source of animal protein for our food. It includes finned true fish as well as shellfish. Fin fish சொல்லுவோம்ல, normal fish, shellfish வந்து invertebrates, prawn and mollusk. There are two ways of obtaining. One from natural resource, which is called capture fishing. Other is by fish farming, that is called culture fishery. இதெல்லாம் additional points understand. And the water source of the fish can be seawater or fresh water as river, pond and lake. Fishing can thus be done both by capture and culturing of fish. Capture fishing is natural resources that is already available in seawater or fresh water. Culture fishery, we are culturing the fish. Okay. So and fishing can thus be done both by capture and culture of fish in marine and freshwater ecosystem. Right. Now this one again I said no, the morning when I am explaining this what is it, blackboard description வச்சோன்னே இல்லையா, இதுவும் வே ஆஃப் ஃபிஷ் கேப்சரிங்கில் இந்த செட்டிங் பண்ணியிருப்பாள். நான் செங்கல்பட்டு சென்னையில் இங்கேருந்து சென்னைக்கு போகிறது செங்கல்பட்டில் ஈஸ்டர்ன் சைட் வி ஃபைண்ட் வாட்டர் பாடி லைக் திஸ் வேர் வி ஃபைண்ட் ஆல் தீஸ் ஃபிஷ்ஷிங் இதெல்லாம் இது பண்ணியிருப்பாள். ஓகே. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் கால்ட் மெத்தட் ஆஃப் கேப்சரிங் த ஃபிஷ்ஷஸ். தெர் ஆர் மெனி லைக் திஸ் இது பேர் எனக்கு கரெக்டாக தெரியல, ஜஸ்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ. இது வந்து ஈவன் என்னோட வேட்டு கன்னியாகுமரி சீஷோரில் கூட we could find the harbor அதெல்லாம் we can find this capturing the fish or prawn. Otherwise we say fin fish or the shellfish. Okay. The next one, traditional method வந்து pond culture and common method of fish culture. Water is maintained in an enclosed area by artificial construction like dike or bund. Bundna இந்த ரிவர் லேக்லலாம் ஓரமாக கட்டி விட்டுருப்பாள், அதுதான் பண்டு. Ponds are very small shallow bodies of quite standing water with slight wind action. ஓகே. இந்த பாண்டுன்னா குளத்தில் சுற்றி கட்டி விட்டுருப்பா தெரியுமா மண்ணால், அதுதான் பண்டு. ஓகே. The next one, it is actually example for prawn culture. Paddy cum prawn culture. இது பின்னாடி வேணும் இந்த picture. Paddy cum prawn culture where prawn is shellfish that is cultured. Right. Now when the paddy is grown fully, it is harvested. After that this prawn can be removed, taken for harvesting. Can you see all these brown ones are the prawn cultured. So this is a figure for what is it, paddy cum prawn culture. Okay. Otherwise it is called pokali culture, quite common in Kerala, state Kerala. Right. Then inland fisheries, இதெல்லாம் additional points. Freshwater resources include canal, pond, reservoir and rivers, brackish water source where seawater and fresh water mix together. We say estuaries or brackish water சொல்லுவோம்ல, where river and seawater meet. Capture fishing done it's as inland water body, but yield is not high. And most fish production from these are through aquaculture. I hope you follow. Fish culture is sometimes done in combination with rice crops, so that fish are grown in the water in the paddy field also. Just go through this for additional point. Next, shrimp or prawn culture. Pinned shrimp. There are 3 common species, and pinnae is monodon, that is Asian variety, and spawning is collecting, sourcing female, the spermatophora, that organ which is receiving the sperm, and then it prevents production of gonadal cell. அது வேண்டாம், just understand பண்ணிக்கோ. Pinned shrimp மட்டும் புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. I hope you follow this. So this is our description for aquaculture, where we are learning about pisciculture with more detailed description that is given in our textbook. So just compare and recollect all the points that we have learnt in the with reference to blackboard and also with this picture presentation. I hope you understand. This is for video number 27, aquaculture. Okay, so we'll continue with the next video session. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Thank you.